This is Reuters Today. Coming up, uproar over empty seats at the Olympics and jubilation as tiny Honduras celebrates a shock victory. But first, banking, money laundering and rate rigging scandals likely to overshadow strong results at HSBC. Europe's biggest bank expected to reveal half-year profit of over $12 billion. That would make it one of the most profitable banks in the world. But investors worried about which banks will be next to get drawn into the LIBOR interest rate scandal. And analysts say HSBC could face a $1 billion fine in the US for letting clients shift funds from dangerous and secretive countries. Airlines, the other big earnings story of the day. Recession bites at Ryanair. Profit at Europe's biggest budget airline undershooting analysts' forecasts as it battles recession and high fuel prices. Watch our interview with the deputy CEO. That's on demand right now. Air France KLM, though, managing to halve its Q2 operating loss as passenger activity improves. Its bottom line worsening overall after restructuring charge and a drop in hedging contracts value. Let's talk about these numbers. City Index market analyst Fiona Cincotta joins me now. Morning to you, Fiona. Let's kick it off with HSBC. No one really can get away from this LIBOR scandal right now, it seems.
No, that's right. I mean, it seems the longer it's dragging on, the more people and more companies are getting dragged into it. And it is really quite a global incident as well. I mean, it's going to be interesting when we get the results through from HSBC to see whether they're actually going to apologise formally for, past oversights that have happened. And also, I think the other thing to bear in mind is as far as the mis-selling of the PPI claims, whether they're going to be increasing provisions there as well, because this is another scandal that hasn't quite been tidied up. Banking sector really has been suffering over the past couple of weeks.
The context, of course, it continues to be the Eurozone crisis. Jean-Claude Juncker over the weekend raising, it seems, market expectations that the ECB is going to do something this week. What do you think? Are they?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, this really has been happening. Towards the end of last week, we saw that the president of the ECB, he sort of really raised expectations. We've seen a huge turnaround in sentiment. Again, as you said, over the weekend, some more comments. I think something really does need to be done, and eyes are definitely going to be focused on the policy meeting on Thursday. There needs to be more than just strong talk. There actually needs to be action, and I think the market's getting really quite weary of this idea of strong talk and no action.
And
yes.
Very quickly, Geithner's meeting with Schäuble in Germany later on today. What are you expecting there?
Well, exactly. I mean, still huge negotiations need to be done here. The Germans are quite strict about their stance, and a lot of persuasion needs to be done in order to be able to get this into one direction. OK. Lisa, thanks very much indeed for talking with us. Fiona, rather. Weak global demand taking its toll on Japan. Reuters' Lisa Yuriko Thomas is in Hong Kong. Hi there, Lisa. Japan's factories being hit pretty hard, Lisa.
Yeah, it was a big miss. Analysts expected a 1.5% increase in Japan's factory output. Instead, we got a 0.1% drop. It looks like the global slowdown is having a much bigger impact than analysts actually expected. It throws into doubt the BOJ's expectations that Japan's economy will grow in the months ahead. It also comes after last week's weaker trade data, which showed a decline in a weaker export outlook. So all of this has to be difficult for such an export-dependent country. OK, one other story we note, insider trading probe in Rongsheng Heavy Industries, triggering quite a sell-off there, right? Right. Well, it's not a good day to be Chinese billionaire Zhang Zirong. Investors are punishing any companies that he controls. That's because actually his Hong Kong-based company Well Advantage stands accused of insider trading by the SEC. U.S. regulators filed a complaint against Well Advantage and unnamed traders on Friday, saying they made millions from insider knowledge of CNOOC's bid for Nexen, buying Nexen shares ahead of the announcement. It's important to make clear that the SEC does not allege any wrongdoing by Zhang personally, but there's so many moving parts here, so it's something we're going to have to keep a close watch on. OK, Lisa, thanks a lot. We'll talk to you tomorrow. World news as helicopter gunships open fire on Syria's northern city of Aleppo. The US's top defense official calls for efforts to bring the Assad regime down.
If they continue this kind of tragic attack on their own people in Aleppo, I think it ultimately will be a nail in Assad's coffin.
As day 4 of the Olympics gets underway, public anger rising over empty seats at popular events. Organisers are scrambling to respond and explain why. 2012 Chairman Seb Coe says empty sections are reserved for sports officials with limited time to watch events. One solution being considered is allowing fans to take open seats if they aren't filled within the first 30 minutes. That is it for now. I want to leave you with scenes of jubilation in Honduras. Revelers filled the streets after the tiny Central American nation's shock victory over football giant Spain. The 1-0 win sends the world and European champions out of the Olympic competition. I'm Axel Threlfall. This is Reuters.